All right. Welcome to another episode of Fredrico's Kitchen. I did not hear my music, but that's okay. We'd like to thank people for coming today. We got a live studio audience. This is our 10th year on air in the Bay Area. So we'd like to thank everybody for coming. Give our audience a nice round of applause. We thank you for being here. We're going to make some good food today, just so you know, in case you were wondering. I'm Fredrico, your host. Been doing this for a while. Let me just tell you a quick story before we get started. As you can see, we're already cooking because sometimes, we go over, so we decided to cook a little bit early this time. We're doing a beefy stir fry. So, and I'll tell you the ingredients for that in a minute. You'll see the recipe tile on the wall. So we're going to throw it's a flank steak. Then we're going to add some onions, some peppers. I didn't put garlic on it, but guess what? I'm going to add some because you know me, and I love garlic. So anybody who dates me, you got to love garlic. If you don't, I'm sorry. Throw some of that in. So the way this show got started, people always ask. So I lived in Mountain View at the time, and I was out of work, and I was wondering what I was going to do. So I'm sitting there in front of the TV, and I had this thought before. So I decided to write a script. I wrote a script, passed it around. They liked it. They said, okay, come on, do the show. So that's how we got on air. So anyway, let's get cooking because we only have 30 minutes. So I want to get started on my first recipe. So my first recipe tonight is called got my notes here. It's a beefy stir fry. So we take 2 pounds of flank steak. That's already cooking. We add some yellow peppers, red peppers, and we're going to Turkish oregano. Woohoo! Or you can use regular oregano. And also some Cajun spice, black pepper, and Himalayan salt. So we're going to get started. I'm going to add the onions. We already got the steak cooking a little bit. And what we're going to do is, after that steak is cooked a little bit, we're going to take it and slice it up, and then add the rest of our ingredients. So let me take that top off. Oh man, I love when that steak is sizzling. Look at that. Nice and brown. And the audience came thinking that they were going to eat today, but guess what? You're going home hungry. So all I can tell you, you might go home hungry. So we want to throw the onions in there as well. And then we're going to add some peppers. Don't worry, I've done this a few times before, so it's all good. So I want to thank the audience for coming. I appreciate you taking your time out of a busy Saturday. Even though it might be raining or a little dreary, we still like to do, great food. And we advise people to invite a neighbor over or a friend over to come and check out. That's how people get to know each other, I think. At least that was the way it was in my neighborhood. If somebody came to my house, my mom always had food. But you go to houses these days, they don't have no food, they don't have nothing in the refrigerator. They might offer you a bottle of water if you catch them at the right time. But everybody's so busy, I understand. So that's why we try to do simple recipes that you might have from items you might have at home. I mean, everybody should keep peppers and onions and things like that, fresh vegetables at home, because you never know when you might want to throw something together, a quick stir fry. And I like to use the whole pepper. I don't like to waste anything. So this is my thing, to take that out. It's not cooperating right now, but there you go. One day I'll figure out what to do with that. But we like to use all the pepper as much as possible because some farmers broke their back to do this, to grow this food, so we need to appreciate it. Appreciate the land more, the world more, people more. Oh, let me get off my soapbox. But what can I tell you? It's my show. I can do what I want. So, and in this time, this 10-year period, I can't tell you how many shows we've shot, but I caught a rerun of a show that I didn't remember. A few pounds lighter, of course, But it brought back some good memories of my dad and, things we used to talk about. He was a big baseball fan and a sports fan. So he liked to watch all kind of sports. He had even gotten into tennis. And I said, well, Dad, why do you watch? I said, I know you like tennis. He said, yeah, along with them girls playing Venus and Serena. watch all day. I was like, okay. So that's how he started watching tennis. So we're just gonna keep adding to that. And we wanna probably watch our time because we try to do 2 or 3 recipes per show if we can. Sometimes we get a little crazy and cook too much, but it's okay. So I got some red, so I guess I'll add a yellow now. We want to balance that color out. Color is important in your food because of vitamins and nutrients and all that kind of stuff. See, this is something easy that you can make at home. Oh, man down. You know, just add some peppers, add a little steak, the seasonings, and just go for it. You know, might even pick up some brownie points with your mate. Ooh, baby, you did good tonight. I didn't know you could cook like that. Well, I told you I was going to that cooking show, baby. You know, learn a few things. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm silly. But let me tell you another story. So I was at the store the other day, and I'm on the phone as well while I'm at the store. And I'm talking to a coworker, a guy that used to work with me. And this guy comes up, he looks at me, he goes, points at me, Fredrico. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh man, I watched that show. He's like, you made, and he told me the recipe. And I'm like, whoa. And what I found out is that people actually remember recipes. So, and when I know when I first started, I would just not tell the right ingredient. I would just tell like a dash of this or a pinch of that or whatever. And a friend of mine who started as a cameraman, he was telling me, he's like, you got to tell people how much. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, they don't know? He's like, no, they don't know. I was like, why? Everybody don't, so I later found out everybody does not cook. So, yep, so we'll save those. See what our time looks like. And we're gonna do another recipe, of course, and keep it rolling. We'll have that cooking as we go along. Turn it up a little bit. Let's see, our next recipe. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. We got what we call a pasta cone. All right, so a pasta cone is something crazy that I came up with, but let me add the rest of the seasonings to this first. Oh, man down. That's that Turkish oregano. And also I'll add a little bit more salt and pepper. I like to use Himalayan salt, and the reason, because it's supposed to be better for you. It doesn't take as much to season your food. And it's pink. You know, breast cancer awareness and all that. So, but that's what I like to use. So, and our pasta cone, where's my pasta? No, I got it somewhere. Here we go. I'll take a big wad of pasta, like so. Don't heat it up. It's already cooked, guys, don't worry. And my hands are clean. I clean them all the time. People tease me about carrying hand sanitizer in my pocket, but you know, they'll get over it. I left some in a friend's car one day. He's like, oh man, I thought you died. You left it in my car. I've been riding around with it for 2 days. I was like, no, I got some more, don't worry. That'll be the extra. That's cooking nicely. So, on our pasta cone, so we're having a little problem here. There we go, come on. That'll work. All right, so in the pasta cone, we got a couple pounds of pasta. We're gonna add some red pepper, you know, maybe the yellow pepper, olive oil, garlic, and raspberry vinaigrette. All right, so let's get that going. Don't need the onions, but I do need some peppers, and I do have some more. Got a little carried away on that one, so, but it's okay. So let's do that. And as you can see on this show, we cook for real. We don't mess around. Like some of them shows, they don't cook. They cook before and after. Oh, this is what it looked like. I don't think people learn that way sometimes. You know, they learn how to go to the restaurant after that. Oh, I'm hungry. Let's go, honey. Go get something to eat. Instead of, you know, them taking the time to actually show you. So I would try to make it a point of making sure we show you at least something that you can do. I mean, they say, oh, why you do this chopping? You know, one of them things, man. I like to chop. What can I tell you? And it doesn't take that long. And I usually buy, like, appliances. I know I don't look up at the camera much, but guess what? I got a big knife. That's why I don't look up at the camera much. Don't want to cut myself. You don't want blood in the pasta. That would not go well. So, see how fast that goes? And we're gonna take that, add it to that, turn the pasta a little, because we're basically just heating it. Some might fall. As long as it don't hit you in the eye, you'll be all right. And we're gonna add the rest of the peppers and the garlic. Oh, I think I want to put that garlic on now. People love it. One more, is that enough? Not enough? You sure? Man, you don't be scared of the garlic. I am not scared of the garlic at all. I love garlic. I can use it in everything. I was in this contest one, Cooks with Garlic, and they showed the recipe on TV, and I was working, and this lady came in to where I was working. This happened to be a part-time job for like the holidays. Lady looks at me like, I know you. I'm like, no, you don't. Yeah, I know you. You did that recipe, Cook with Garlic. It was two-way pork. I'm like, okay, I guess you do know me then. To remember the recipe like that. But I should have asked her, did you make it? Did you make it? But I thought that was fun that she watched it. So, that was kind of cool. Ooh, that fryer, that thing is cooking over here, man. It's shaking. Look at that. Woo. Cha. Your mama would be proud. You make this for somebody, I don't know. Somebody might be pregnant or something. I'm just saying, you know, be careful. Be careful with that now. I'm just saying, be careful. With any of the recipes I give you, please be careful. Don't just go all willy-dilly with this recipe, because, you know, you don't want to use it the wrong way. So if you're not planning on marrying him, don't cook especially that, don't cook it. Don't, I'm serious. If he's not gonna, yeah, that's it. That is look, am I lying? That's a marriage recipe right there. Or a husband and wife recipe right, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I got off track a little bit. All right, let me get back to my recipe. So, on that pasta cone, olive oil, got the garlic, raspberry vinaigrette, got the pepper and salt, okay? Raspberry vinaigrette, I know I got it. And the oil. And so you're gonna see what I'm gonna do with this. The reason I call it a pasta cone. It's a nutty idea I came up with. So I'm gonna take a flour tortilla, right? A couple of them. You're gonna see this. This is gonna knock your socks off. This might be one of them marriage recipes too. I'm just saying. So these are grown folks recipes. How about that? You know, so don't be playing around like that. You know, a raspberry vinaigrette. Just a little touch. Woo! Pay attention now. Ain't never seen nothing like this before, I know. People say, you do some weird stuff with pasta. I say, I know. But that's what cooking is about, to do different things that you probably wouldn't do otherwise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of my plates here. Add some more. I know this is gonna be one of them things. You're gonna be like, hey, why he do that? So I'm gonna take a little of the pasta, put it in a tortilla, like that. I know this is science 101 right here. And I put a little bit too much in there. But anyway, we're gonna fold it over like that. It's just a different way to eat pasta. See, kids like pasta, so, and those finicky eaters who won't eat, like even some adults who won't eat certain things, you can fool them. Oh yeah, honey, I made this. I tried this, trying this new recipe. I want you to try it out. Tell me what you think. And then when the different flavors hit their mouth, just imagine if you added chicken to this, or even beef to this. It makes it a little bit different. So it's just another way to enjoy a meal. And I like to do creative things coming from, oh, I'm just making a mess, but that's okay. Y'all be all right. No harm, no foul. So we're just gonna keep stacking them up. And see, like, people claim, oh, you never do anything with vegetarians. Shut up, here it is. I got you too. So we're just gonna take a few more. And this grill, you notice that, can do multiple things on it at one time. It's just like the burners at home. It works. They work when you work them. So I know this looks a little weird, but I bet you're gonna try it when you go home. I bet you're gonna try it when you go home. Do a couple more, and then we're gonna move on to our next recipe because time is of the essence. Just like I figured, it's time. Right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add, so see, this could be a little messy. A little raspberry vinaigrette on top, like that. I gotta get to this next recipe though. This one took a little longer than expected. So what do you guys think? What does the audience think? Am I crazy or what? Tell the truth. All right. I like this audience. They all right with me. So we'll set that there to tease you. That's something you can't eat. Don't worry about it. You know, you're gonna go home and be like, honey, he made this pasta. He put stuff on it and he put it in a tortilla. It's like a Mexican sandwich. Oh my Lord. All right. And our next recipe, I gotta get that stuff off. You find I'll just put it on a bowl. Looks like we're moving along, right along, faster than we wanted to, but that happens. So, take that off. Making a mess, but I get my kitchen get more excitement than yours, because I do make a mess. Sorry guys, you gotta get this other recipe done. That's why I'm like trying to, or at least get it started. And the last recipe is called a sweet potato salad. Yeah, I like to do creative things with sweet potatoes when I get a chance to. It's just one of those things, one of the foods that people think that all you're supposed to do with sweet potatoes is make a pie. Not true. There are so many other uses for sweet potatoes that you can do. I think that that would just that change your whole outlook or change your whole thinking on sweet potatoes. So I'm going to get that going real quick. We're running close out of time, but we want to thank everybody, thank our audience for coming to Fredrico's Kitchen 10th year celebration. Yes, been 10 long years on air. I cannot believe it, but we got to thank God for all his blessings, because without him, couldn't do none of this. Believe me, as crazy as I am, I need him. We all need him. So just want to thank him. So I'm going to just start throwing some sweet potatoes on the grill, the same grill. I might cut them up a little more. Hopefully it'll stay hot. And we use like 3-4 sweet potatoes with this. We add a little barbecue sauce, salt and pepper. I'm just going off the cuff. I got to remember what's in the recipe. I got it down here on my iPad. Sweet potato salad consists of sweet potatoes, 8 barbecue sauce, medium red onion, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of Himalayan pink salt. And we're going to get that going. So hopefully that these sweet potatoes will be ready when we get ready to close out the show. Close to it anyway. So just cut them up really fast. We just want to get a little saute on them, you know. So, and then also I'm going to check on my stir fry here. It's bubbling. All right. So, get that going. Check this. Woo! Yeah. So that's looking good. We're gonna pull that off. Plate that up. Tease the audience a little bit. We're cut it up like post-show. Come here. Don't try to get away. And imagine this steak with those peppers and onions, and then the sweet potato salad on the side. Boy, ooh, slap your mama, choke your auntie, kick the dog. Man, somebody in trouble. This grown folks music, they say grown folks music, grown folks meal right here. So, yeah. Tell me that doesn't look good. What do you think, audience? How's that look? Does that look good or does that look good? Man, the garlic, the red peppers, the yellow peppers, the purple onion. They call it red onion. I say it's purple because it's purple to me. I know my color. Look at that. Woo, man. Check it out. And you got the pasta cones right there as well. And then we'll finish up this sweet potato salad. Add a little barbecue sauce to it. And get it going. It sounds like it's trying to act up again. It's barely sizzling. Come on, man. We'll go ahead and put the barbecue sauce on. Oops, sorry. It's clean. All right. So who enjoyed the show? Everybody enjoyed the show today? Is this food you might cook at home? What's up? I mean, come on. I don't do this for my health. All right, and we're gonna add our, salt and pepper. Now we could add a couple onions to that to make it a little different. I think that'll might pick the flavor a little bit. What you guys think? All right, since I got them, might as well. Might as well, huh? Might as well. Okay. We're almost running out of time. We're gonna get ready to close the show here in a minute, but want to thank everybody for coming, taking the time out to celebrate our 10th anniversary. We've been on the air for 10 years on a couple different networks. So we go into about maybe 1 million homes. So I know, kind of crazy. It scares me sometimes, believe me. You know, people walk up on you, but it's okay. It's been all good. It's been all love so far. Been all love. So the sweet potato salad is gonna be nice and grilled, but we're gonna have to finish that up off show. And I made a mess over there. I know I hate what that looks like on camera. But guess what? The food gonna be good though. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't remember the mess. I just remember the food, man. You know, he fed us and everything. Last cooking show we went to, he ain't give us nothing, man. He sent us home. Yep, so we want to thank you guys for coming. So, did we have any questions? Or we just wanted to take a minute and ask if somebody individually, if you enjoyed the show or not.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Fatima, and I have a question.
Okay.
Where did you learn how to cook?
Mom and Dad actually started me. It's kind of a semi-sad story. My mom died when I was 11, so I had to cook full meals. So my mom had already been showing me as a kid, and then my dad showed me some things too, and so I just kind of had to help take care of the family and cook and everything, and that's how I learned. So, thank you. All right. Well, that's gonna almost bring to a close. Oh man, look at that. Hey, can we get a tight shot on the on this sweet potato salad with that barbecue sauce on the sweet potatoes and the onions? Man, that looks good. That's like, whoo. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for coming. We had a great time today. It's been 10 years. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you keep watching. We appreciate the emails, the letters, the sudden stops in the grocery store, you know, people waving on the freeway, you know, whatever. So it's been all love, and we thank God for all the blessings and thank him for his gift. And we thank you for coming. And so we appreciate you. Gonna ask my crew to come out so we can eat, and then we're gonna ask the audience to come up as well.